So Microsoft has won its case against the Federal Trade Commission, the FTC, allow them to acquire Call of Duty makers Activision Blizzard for a staggering $68 billion. So let's see if this has had any effect on the price for Microsoft or Activision, and whether or not there's likely to be any opportunities in either of these stocks. So I'm going to first look at Microsoft, then we're going to look at the Activision charts. So we have the three screens set up here. Top left hand chart is the monthly time frame, top right hand chart is the weekly, and the chart along the bottom is the daily time frame where we actually enter our positions. If you notice, there's a green, red and grey trend filter on both the weekly and the daily. Green is when we are looking to go bullish, and red is when we're bearish, and grey is when we're standing aside because we're likely seeing areas of consolidation. So let's first look at the monthly time frame for Microsoft. Microsoft at the moment, if you see this green line here, this is the highest point for last year. So this is that $338. Price was unable to remain, it broke above this level, but unable to remain above this level of resistance. So far this month we are seeing a bearish candle. The buyers are struggling to push price above this level, but this could change. But following the news, we could see a surge in buying, which could take price out of this wide area of consolidation. So let me just highlight this zone here. I'm going to just use the rectangle tool. So this is the high from November 2021. So you see price has been inside this area of consolidation. We have resistance up here at $349, and we have support, which is also last year's low at $214. Just remove this now. So price has remained in this area of consolidation, and look how price performed following the consolidation. So we had a very strong trend to the upside lasting for several years. If you just go back to this point here, so this low is following the market crash of 2007 to 2008, and we had this strong rally to the upside, and price has gone on to create this strong trend. If we just measure how big this trend actually was, it was a move of 2,232%. So a very, very large trend, which should have provided plenty of opportunities to buy into Microsoft along the way. So if we have a breakout of consolidation, we're likely to see a repeat of this trend going forward. And this one thing you want to keep note of is that when we see such a long-term trend, is usually going to be followed by a very deep correction and long area of consolidation. That's exactly what we're experiencing here. And when we have a long area of consolidation, a long period of consolidation, once price breaks out, price is likely to trend for a very long time in that direction. So if we have a breakout to the upside, we're likely to see a very strong trend moving up. This is why we want to align ourselves with any opportunities we see in Microsoft. It's not that ready just yet. We have two barriers for price to break through. So we have last year's high, which is the green line, and we have the all-time high, which is a major level of resistance. So we need to see price break above these two levels before we can look for any long opportunities. On the weekly time frame, the trend filter, as you can see, is green, so we have bullish momentum. Yesterday's candle did close gray, but majority of the candles are green. We will see a few grey candles when price pulls back, but this is normal, nothing to be alarmed about. But price right now is still in a long-term bull trend, but just in consolidation right now. So the price is just resting until we have the next leg of the trend. And also note that we can see this double bottom here. We call this an XYZ chart pattern formation, and once price breaks above the Y high, is usually an indication of a strong trend continuation. So price also found support at this line. This is the 200 weekly simple moving average. This held price up from declining any further, and then we saw a strong move to the upside. Let's go down to the daily time frame now. A closer picture, and we can see that price is above. You see, this is the 20 simple moving average. Price is below this right now, but it's above the 50 simple moving average and the 200 simple moving average. We're just seeing a pullback right now. This is that test of the all-time high. The buyers were attempting to break out and clear that level, but failed, and price has just pulled back, so finding more momentum around support. And next we're going to see another move. We're likely to see another move towards that level, and we may well see that level penetrate that all-time high. If we have a breakout of that all-time high, what we first need to see because this could be, it could break above it and then dip back into consolidation. So we need to see a move up, a pullback, a move up. So we want to see a pattern of higher highs, similar to what we're seeing here, higher highs and higher lows, and that will indicate a trend continuation. So Microsoft is looking strong. It has performed really well in the past. That's what we look for in stock. If it has a strong history, it's likely to perform well going forward. Yes, there's been a long wait while price consolidates and resets, but once it breaks out again, we want to be patient because it will provide a lot of opportunities to profit from a future trend. So now let's have a look and see how Activision is performing. Remember, Microsoft has just acquired Activision, who are the makers of Call of Duty. And let's look at the monthly time frame. So it's very different to the chart we saw in Microsoft. Yes, it has been heading to the upside over the long term, but this is a very, very messy chart, very choppy along the way, very deep declines, not the ideal stock to invest in because it will give you a roller coaster ride. You will see your profit go up and down along the way, and we just want to place our positions in stocks which are performing really well and have a very good history of linear looking trends. So right now we can see that the candle for July is bullish, and this is likely to be due to the news, and I'll show you that on the daily time frame. Price is now broken above the highest point for last year. So this is last year's high, the highest point for 2022, which is $86, and price is looking strong. If we see a continuation to the upside, the next level of resistance is the major $100 round number. This is a psychological level of resistance, and then we want to see price break above the all-time high at $104. So if we have a breakout of the all-time high and we start to see a linear, neat looking trend similar to what we saw with Microsoft, then we may look for opportunities in the stock, but based on history of this stock, is not the best looking chart and not the best looking opportunity on our watch list. But let's go down to the weekly time frame. You can see a mixture of trend filter colors. When we see a mixture of green, grays and reds, indicates areas of consolidation. And let's go down to the daily now. So the daily, you can see green candles, and we can see that there's really overextended candle for Tuesday, and this is when the news came out. So you can see it had a positive impact on the stock. We had a move up in one day of 10%. The peak did actually come higher, but the move of the actual candle where price opened and closed was 10%, a very large in comparison to all the previous candles. So strong surge in price. We may see sharp selling because normally when we see an overextended candle, we normally see a reversal, but we could also see a continuation. Price, if it does continue this momentum, will likely head towards the $100 round number and beyond. So let's see how this plays out through the rest of July, and if we continue to see a move up and a breakout of the all-time high and we see a linear trend, then we can look for opportunities. But out of the two, if I just go back to Microsoft, this is the better looking opportunity. Let's just look at the monthly time frame again because of this long history of trends. It just requires some patience. Once we have a breakout, then we are good to go with Microsoft. If you like what you saw today, you want to see more of this, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and also hit the notification icon because most of our videos are time sensitive. You want to ensure that you catch the videos as soon as they are released. So hit the notification icon and see you all on the next video.